on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, back with another video. I told you guys in the past few videos I'm going to be filming pretty much an H2 walk around. I'm going to do the R1M in a separate video, or I might even do it continuously in this video and post it separately. But for this video we're pretty much going to be talking about the H2, all the mods that have went into it. There's definitely a lot of hours too of work that went into this bike, so it wasn't easy. And yeah, I actually wrote a list. A lot of work and money went into that bike. Definitely over $10,000 went just modifying the H2. All right, let's start with the pretty much basic stuff. The exhaust, as you guys can see, it has a full exhaust system from Brock's, which was a little over $2,000 or $2,500, something like that. I actually had a full system, the Acro full system, but I wasn't a fan of the sound. Even though it's titanium, it actually came to be the same weight as this one because of how much bigger the muffler is. So as you guys can see, this is a shorty. The Acro is stuck all the way back there, so it was like more, and it had like a cat too, so it wasn't straight piped like this one. They're actually the same way. They're both about 15 pounds, and I have a video on YouTube, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. So that was the first thing, just the full exhaust system, the most obvious one. I have the, alright, that's a different thing. So this exhaust actually, let's go to the second thing, which are the rear sets. These are Sato rear sets. You can see it a little bit better here. Sato racing rear sets. This brand is actually straight from Japan. Very good high-end stuff. Those rear sets were about $700-800, I believe. And because it's an aftermarket rear set, the exhaust doesn't actually fit on it directly. So what we had to do, as you guys can see right here, this is a custom bracket. And make sure in the future, because that's a very common thing, is that if you have aftermarket rear sets, not all exhaust systems will fit on it, or even just the pretty much a muffler delete or a slip-on, they wouldn't just fit because you have aftermarket rear sets. Obviously that's not the same with all bikes. I have aftermarket rear sets on the R1, and the bracket, it fit just fine right here, if you guys can see. So just make sure that the rear sets are usually companies do say, like with Sato, they did say that like it won't fit with any aftermarket exhaust. I have the Sprint air filter for this bike. The air filters, it's interesting where it goes. It goes right here behind this, which is right in front of where the supercharger sits. So it's actually really cool, and you can definitely hear the supercharger louder with that air filter. It's the F1 PO8 F1. It's the Sprint air filter, their top one. So I wanted to do wings on this bike, but as you guys can see, I don't have any. Some people say it's a little too much, some people like them. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I should do the H2R wings, or if I should do just, you know, the bottom ones, which go right here instead of these little like kind of baby winglets. I can do the H2R winglets here. I really use the mirrors, so I don't know if I want to do the wings instead of the mirrors and do bar ends. I don't like bar ends. But yeah, let me know in the comments if I should get the wings for the H2. And now we're going to get to the carbon fiber parts, which there's a ton that I added. A lot of people think the H2 comes with a lot of carbon. It actually doesn't come with any carbon fiber unless you get the H2 carbon, which is only available with the newer models. So all the carbon fiber in the gas tank right here. Sorry that this is like super bright, but you guys can see I have some carbon fiber right here, some carbon fiber right here with the H2 logo, and again some more carbon fiber here in the front yoke, and some carbon right here. And I'm pretty sure these are the only kind of like sticker carbon fiber. Even though these are sticker, that's actually real carbon fiber. It's just what is it called? It's like a soft flex carbon fiber, so you can actually get real carbon fiber for all those. I simply didn't get the fake ones because, you know, those are high-end bikes and I want to get the genuine stuff for them. I don't want to get like any kind of cheap looking stuff. So everything is real carbon fiber, really expensive. I added this Puig double bubble windscreen. which you guys have seen in my videos, it looks very different than my old one, which was zero gravity. A lot of people like zero gravity, but I just like the way this one looks with the curve, with the angle, kind of the slits right here. And if you guys have never tried a double bubble windscreen, you definitely should, because it helps a shit ton. Like, it actually helps with the wind. The wind goes over your head and doesn't kind of like smack you directly, especially in higher speed or freeways. Definitely recommend the double bubble windscreen. And Puig, in my opinion, I think I'm saying it right, makes the best looking ones, from my opinion. Fiber rear mud chain guard. Oh, it's this piece right here. You guys can see this entire piece all the way from here to here. It's one single piece. Unlike some bikes kind of have two pieces. I think my R1 is two pieces. Yeah, if you guys can see here, this is a piece and this is a piece. With the H2, it's one single piece, but then you have more carbon fiber, which right here, this piece, this is a pain in the ass. If you guys really wanted to replace this piece, let me warn you from now, these are rivets, so you have to kind of drill them out to kind of like take this piece out. There's two of them, one here, one here. I think there's one more, like something there, not a rivet, but like something that's holding it. So you need to drill those out, and you need to make sure that you have those size of rivets and a special kind of like machine that like kind of puts those rivets back in place. So this might be not a very expensive piece, it's like under $100, but those rivets, pain in the ass. This piece took a while to kind of get put on. Another piece is this one right here. It's kind of lower carbon fiber chain guard, and is also carbon fiber. This was one of the first carbon fiber pieces I bought. Just a little sprocket cover. Now we can go to the frame sliders. I actually bought this entire T-Rex set right here. Right when I got the bike, I was like, this is an expensive bike, and the last thing, even though I know how to ride, the last thing I want to do is drop this bike. I'm gonna be really mad if I did that. So what I did is I actually bought the entire set. Includes the actual frame sliders, which you can see stick out a good amount. Includes engine covers on this side, as well as the big engine cover on this side. Some people say they look ugly. Some people say they actually like the way they look. I personally don't mind them. I think they don't look too bad. And yeah, you can see the frame slider sticks out a good amount, so protects these fairings. Little tip or just information about the H2. This side piece right here, just this little side fairing, one piece, and that piece is actually $2,800 because the paint is also very unique and is hand painted. Let's see, we have more carbon fiber right here. I forgot about this piece all the way down here. This was one of the last carbon pieces I bought for this bike. Kind of completes the look. If you can look at it from far like this, you can't really see it as well on the camera, but you can definitely appreciate a little extra carbon when it's kind of parked and you're looking at it from far. Oh, we have the levers, which I've gotten some comments that people like them. These are, I don't want to butcher the name, it's Pazzo, P-A-Z-Z-O. That's the name of the company, which is, I actually wanted to get ASV levers, the really popular ones with dial up here. But I had those on my ZX6R, and the color started to fade. And I talked to a shop owner, and he said, yeah, the color tends to fade over time. Pazzo, on the other hand, doesn't look as good, but is up there. It's like premium quality stuff. It's all machined and all that. And the color doesn't fade, which so far, I've had these for over a year, and you guys can see the green still matches the rest of the bike screen. Another thing that's done to my H2, you guys can see right here, it's lowered. The triple tree, whatever you want to call it, this piece is lowered. This is usually all the way up here, but you guys can see this is like about 1 inch lowered, which helps with the wheelies. More carbon fiber is this air intake. That was an expensive piece, but it wasn't like actually cheap plastic. The piece was like a glossy black paint, which is sparkly, which looked very nice, but obviously the carbon fiber looks much better, especially after I did this in carbon fiber as well. Kind of like that dash look, because when you're sitting on the bike and you're looking down like this and the bike is glowing in the sun is hitting it, this piece right here and on the other side look really good. I wanted to do more carbon on the bike, but I wanted to keep the chrome because I think the chrome is way more unique than carbon fibers. What else do I have? I have these tank pads from Tech Spec. Those are actually amazing if you guys like. So because the kind of paint on the bike is like chrome, it's actually very slippery. I've never had this issue before with my bikes, but anywhere I ride, like your leg slides a lot, and I also don't want to scratch the bike, so I got tank pads. And the Tech Spec ones aren't like the ones on the R1 where they stick out. The only reason I've done these on the R1 is because of that beautiful brushed tank, so I didn't want to have something covering it. That's why this is clear. But on this one, if you guys can see, this is kind of like thick padding, and it's super grippy. Like if I'm ever wearing jeans that are ripped or like have skin touching here, it actually like rubs against your skin and kind of hurts. It's that grippy. Highly recommend it. Really great tank pads, and they're also like, they have, as you guys saw, it's a little padded, so it's kind of squishy, which is kind of nice as well. The bike has a power commander and an ECU flash from Brock's. That's about like $2,000 as well. So just for the exhaust and the power commander with the flash unlock is about $5,000 right there. Oh, how could I forget? Another big thing that everyone always talks to me about is the seat. This is actually a custom seat from Louis Moto. I also have this piece, and both of those are actually custom. You can't get it in this design pattern. This seat was made for an H2R that was on display, and the owner was selling his H2R, or pretty much he just wanted the seat just to kind of like put it on it without using it, and then he was selling the H2R and he asked me if I wanted the seats, so I was like, hell yeah. So I actually ended up buying this beautiful seat. There's a clear bra on the tank. A lot of people ask me why don't I remove these stickers, and it's because if you guys can see the edge right here, it's pretty much a clear bra all the way down here, so the entire piece right here on this tank is clear bra, so it pretty much is scratch resistant, so I don't mess up the tank because that's where I am hanging out usually, and I don't want to just mess up my tank, you know. I have a magnetic pre-drilled drain plug for my oil, so pretty much instead of like having that like a typical drain plug, this one is magnetic, so it's easier to do oil changes on this bike. I have lowering links right here from Brock's and the Brock's kickstand. And the reason for the kickstand is because when you lower the bike is lowered also an inch, again to help with the wheelies, and it still pops wheels in fourth gear like crazy. So the bike is pretty intense. I can't imagine riding it without being like lowered. When the bike is lowered, the kickstand then holds the bike too high up and it might tip over. That's why you need those kickstands, which are actually adjustable. I can even make it lower so the bike sits even like more at an angle. Another thing I have that I forgot to mention is that you guys see right here, I have Brock's on my Brembo brakes, and what those are is pretty much the mounts for the straps. The straps are actually right here. Then I can strap the bike kind of like right here, and that will also hold your forks in a kind of tucked position so the bike also doesn't come up as easily. So all these like kind of mods just to help keep the bike from lifting without actually stretching the bike, because as you guys know, I'm not really a big fan of stretching the bike. I did the spring kit for the clutch, also from Brock's. I do have block off plates, but I don't really use them because the bike doesn't pop that much, only pops when I shift, and I actually enjoy that. So yeah. Okay, so for this video, I'm actually going to be attempting my first time ever getting on the bike. We'll see how that's going to go. As I told you guys before, in the accident, I actually broke my hip when I crashed that V4, and I wasn't able to get on a bike because I can't put pressure on one leg and kind of get up. So I'm feeling a little bit better, and I really want to get on a bike again. As pathetic as that sounds, I just want to sit on it, but I really want to do that, so put the camera right here. Alright, first time getting back on the bike. still recovering. Oh man. Oh, I miss this. Cannot wait to get back. Alright, enough teasing myself. Let's see if I can. Whoa. That was also extra hard because the bike is on a stand. Damn, I almost pulled a muscle there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share the video, whatever you can do to support the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.